into the morning. Some areas already picked up a couple inches of rain down south of the city, so flooding is certainly going to be an issue, I think, as we go on into the early morning hours. Take a look at where we stand right now. Temperature-wise, well, we're staying fairly mild. We've been in the 60s all day. Got some upper 50s, low 60s out there, but the temperatures are not going to be the story. The story overnight is going to be more rain. This is Fox 5 Live Viper, and we got some good moderate rainfall right now. Not reporting any thunderstorms in this batch here, but rainfall rates probably generally around a half, 3/4 of an inch an hour coming on down. And you see heavier rain has moved off to the east of Metro Atlanta, heading out towards Oglethorpe County, Greene County, heading out I-20 into east central Georgia. And then heavier rain down on the south side. That's kind of where it's been this part of the evening now. This is Lamar County, Pike County, all the way over to West Point Lake. And that area now has picked up well over an inch of rain, and more is falling. So we got the plume of moisture coming in here from west to east. And yeah, this is just kind of the beginning of many hours now of rounds of rain and embedded thunderstorms. A few of those thunderstorms tomorrow could be on the strong side. Right now, the severe threat appears to be back out here across parts of Mississippi, not here in our region. So let's take you hour by hour, show you that we've got, well, some more rain to go through tonight and early tomorrow morning. Monday morning commute may be a bit of a mess with a lot of standing water on area roadways, and another batch of real heavy rainfall in here with a possibility of a strong to severe thunderstorm the first part of the afternoon. And by the time we get into drive time tomorrow afternoon, a lot of it's coming to an end, but still some residual storms linger, and all this will be over with by Monday night. And on Tuesday, we'll see a clearing sky, breezy, and much cooler. Now, we're concerned about the rain. We're concerned about also the possibility of a few of these storms rotating, but it does look like the tornado potential is going to be down here further to our south. That's something we'll continue to examine and watch. We'll also talk about our forecast rainfall right around North Georgia. It's coming your way at the bottom of the hour.
Thank you, David. Tonight, a heartbreaking story out of DeKalb County. Police say they arrested a man in connection with the shooting death of a toddler. Authorities say a 3-year-old shot himself in the face early Saturday morning. Fox 5's Joy Hughes joins us tonight with more details.
Yeah, just an absolute tragedy here. DeKalb County police tell us the shooting happened at a home on Habersham Drive in Decatur. And we spoke with neighbors who shared their grief over the incident.
It is sad. The guns, they have to stop.
In DeKalb County, police are investigating a shooting at a home in Decatur that left a toddler dead. Authorities say they received a call about a person shot just before 7 a.m. Saturday. When they got to the scene, they learned that person was a 3-year-old boy. They say somehow got a hold of a firearm in the home and pulled the trigger, shooting himself in the face.
It hurts my heart. I don't even know the family, but I can feel their pain.
Neighbors like this woman who did not want to be identified say they were stunned and heartbroken to find out what happened.
It hurts so bad.
She tells Fox 5 as a grandmother it was distressing news, especially after losing her own grandchild to gun violence not too long ago.
It hasn't even been a year. This past summer.
Police say the firearm was left unsecured. They identified the owner of that weapon as Antoine Jordan.
It really needs to stop. They really do.
Jordan was arrested and charged with murder in the second degree and cruelty to children. And just an unfortunate reminder to secure your weapon if you have one at home. DeKalb County police say Jordan is in custody at the DeKalb County jail and that the investigation is ongoing.
And shooting, she was shot by 2 off-duty officers working security. The young child was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Another man was injured. Stay with Fox 5. We'll continue to update the story tonight on Fox 5 News at 10. Still ahead on Fox 5 News, entered the House of Worship megachurch with a boy. Police believe he's about 5 years old. Then police saying the woman opened fire. 2 off-duty law enforcement officers at the church returned fire, killing the woman. The shooting was reported around the same time the Spanish language service was about to begin.
The officer and agent engaged, striking the female. She's deceased here on the scene. Unfortunately, the 5-year-old kid was hit and is in critical condition at our local hospital. That was a 57-year-old man who didn't have anything to do with it, I don't think. Was shot in the leg.
These men and women did an amazing job, and it's just, you said it, Chief, it could have been a lot worse. Of course,
course, we're devastated. I mean, we've been here 65 years and have somebody shooting in your church. But, you know, we don't understand why these things happen, but we know God's in control. And we'll pray for that little 5-year-old boy and pray for the lady that was deceased. Police have not released a woman's name. The house of worship was one of the largest Christian megachurches in the U.S. It's located about 6 miles from downtown Houston. And economic development in black communities. The organization says they're also working to increase black voter participation throughout the state. And we're now about a month away from the Georgia presidential primary. It's on March 12th. Voters throughout the state have until tomorrow to register if they want to cast their ballot. The deadline for absentee voting is March 1st. On Election Day, polls throughout Georgia will be open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. Well, the big game is in full swing.
Documents, and that is his only offense. Should that person be deported? That person should not be the focus of deportation.
Raise your hand if your government plan would provide coverage for undocumented immigrants.
I would, in fact, make sure that we immediately surge to the border. All those people are seeking asylum. They deserve to be heard. That's who we are. We're a nation that says if you want to flee and you're fleeing oppression, you should come.
Biden's here. We've seen a huge, something I've never seen it in 37 years. And we're going to pay the price for what's going on now.
I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear.
On his first day in office, President Biden halted border wall construction, reversed the ban on travel from terror-prone countries, suspended deportations of illegal aliens, stopped adding illegal immigrants to the Remain in Mexico program, strengthened the DACA program for children who were brought over illegally, released a sweeping immigration package to Congress that included amnesty for millions of illegal immigrants.
And from that day forward, we're getting our butts handed to us because of that.
RP also found 1 in 10 workers over 50 have been passed over for a promotion because of their age. Now, the organization says pay, flexibility, and job inclusion are what really matter to older workers. Still ahead.
Mix in some superstar power and turn them loose. 500 miles for NASCAR's biggest prize. That's the Great American Race. The Daytona 500, February 18th on Fox.
Fox 5 is here to help you stay informed. Check out Fox Local for your streaming device.
It's BrandsMart USA's Big Game Blowout. Watch the game on a 75-inch 4K Google TV for $398.88.
Church shooting.
There is now $699.98. Friday through Sunday only at BrandsMart USA.
Violent crimes are happening all over Atlanta at an alarming rate.
I was victimized. I was assaulted. It should have never happened. I wanted justice.
You need an experienced, powerful law firm fighting back for you.
So I put my trust in Gary Martin Hayes and Associates. They took care of me every step of the way. The settlement solved a lot of problems, and I could take the time I needed to heal. There was no fee until the case settled.
I'm attorney Gary Martin Hayes. Call me now, 1-800-WIN-WIN-1, to discuss your case.
We're here for Georgia. That means Georgia Power is committed to providing our state with the clean, safe, reliable, and affordable energy it needs. We understand that energy costs are an important part of everyone's budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tips, tools, and assistance.
With memory problems, I think it's time to let him go to the retirement home and let someone else try it out.
The only thing I can confirm is that Joe Biden is an elderly man. As to his mental state, I have not met the man or had any personal interactions with him where I feel competent to judge his mental state.
I do believe that he is a little too old to be making up rules for the rules that he's making that he won't be able to see out in his lifetime, I guess.
I mean, I think I probably side with a whole lot of folks in this country when I say I wish we had some other alternatives, right? On both sides of the aisle. But look, when I think about the alternative to Joe Biden, that's not a good solution for me.
The special counsel's report does not recommend any charges against President Biden, but the language in the report does raise questions about the president's mental acuity. Reporting from Washington, D.C., Luis Eduardo Martinez, NTD News.
A budget outlook report for the next 10 years. The report estimates that America's population will increase over the next decade due to immigration, This will also take its toll on wages. The report states that average real wages are expected to be slightly lower by 2034 than they would be otherwise. Many say the report's most shocking projection is that it expects government debt will rise by $20 trillion in the next decade to $54 trillion. Now, this new report comes just as state senators in Virginia advance a health care bill for immigrants. The Cover All Kids Act would provide state-funded health care to all low-income immigrants under the age of 19. Now, a Republican state senator who opposed the bill reportedly said it would cost Virginia taxpayers $100 million just in this decade. And an update on this attack on police officers near Times Square, in which a group of illegal immigrants punched 2 officers and kicked their heads as they were lying on the ground. 7 individuals allegedly involved in this incident have now been indicted. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, who doesn't often address the public, held a press conference on Thursday.
This assault, as it did to many of you, sickened me and outraged me. We all rely on members of the NYPD every day, as I said, to keep us safe and keep this the safest big city in America.
Bragg also commented on speculation that the suspects had been caught in Arizona after fleeing New York. He dismissed those reports, saying they're not true. Ariane Pastar, NTD News.
But he let him out of jail.
Mexico surpassing China. Belonged to Hamas. UN leadership denied any knowledge of the facility, but Israeli officials say they must have known. We're also getting new insight today on Israeli plans to enter Gaza's southernmost city of Rafah, where more than 1.2 million Palestinians are sheltering. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu saying this on Fox News Sunday this morning.
We have cleared out and conquered and destroyed most of the Hamas terrorist infrastructure in the rest of the Gaza Strip. So now there's plenty of room north of Rafah for them to go to. And that's where we're going to direct them and again, urge them and direct them to do so with flyers, with cell phones, and with safe corridors.
The Prime Minister has not yet laid out any details of how such an evacuation.
18 Republicans joined Democrats in voting to advance the plan. That includes Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. Senator Bernie Sanders surprisingly voted against the bill. He says he believes Israel has gone too far in the war against Hamas.
How many more children and innocent people in Gaza will be smashed by Netanyahu in the process? And why is the United States helping to fund this humanitarian disaster?
American support is craved and American strength is feared, is in doubt. And we, the United States of America, have the most to lose.
The Senate is not expected to formally pass the bill until Lyman Avenue in southeast Atlanta. The victim, a 16-year-old boy, died at the hospital. Police this morning learned a possible suspect returned to the location. They arrested him without incident. Police are still investigating. We'll update you when we learn more. Well, fire breaks out underneath a bridge on Buford Highway in Brookhaven, and you guessed it, it's affecting traffic. This happened this morning near Lennox Road and Peachtree Creek. Brookhaven police say they got a call around 11 a.m. It's unclear what started the fire. The section of the highway will remain closed until the bridge can be inspected for structural integrity. And fire breaks out at an abandoned apartment in southwest Atlanta. This time, this one happened overnight. Take a look at the damage. This is on 3rd Avenue Southwest in the Hammond Park neighborhood. Officials tell us they did not find anyone inside. The cause is under investigation. And a man accused of going on a multi-county rampage targeting Asian massage parlors in Metro Atlanta is set to appear in court next week. Robert Aaron Long is already serving a life sentence for killing 4 people in Cherokee County back in 2021. Now he faces a death penalty trial in the murders of 4 people in Fulton County. That's because Fulton County DA Fonnie Willis wants to add a sentencing enhancement under Georgia's hate crimes laws. Willis believes race and gender played roles in the deadly shooting. And happening tomorrow, the Georgia chapter.